Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rachakodash. Double honor to the apostles and to the elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutation to the brothers, to the believers out there. To you I say Shalom. To the elect of the nation of Israel, to you I say Shalom. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and the statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So to this very day, we are under the curses. You so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, you so-called Native Americans, you are the Israelites, and we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So this is not a black thing, but nevertheless, the Israelites, they're cursed. They're under the curses that the Most High put upon us. You know, and the curses applies to all different, all different captivities that we've been into as well. But not every curse applies to every captivity. Because in different captivities we were in different situations and whatnot. But nevertheless, the children of Israel are cursed. Verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. So anywhere we will be at, we will be cursed. And this is a in-transit lesson. So Lord willing, the lesson is edifying and straight to the point. So that's what it is. We're cursing in America, and also throughout the four corners of the earth where we've been scattered, we're cursed. Verse 17, cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Right. The Lord cursed our pockets. The money. The basket represents, your money, your pocket. The store represents like the bank account. That's why you got our people on different government programs, because we barely making it. And plus us going to the other nations for the one of all things, that's part of the curse too as well. Our people on welfare, food stamp, Section 8, WIC, these different programs that the government be handing out. Our people on food stamps. But we're living in a time where those things are being stripped away from people. Okay? Yes, we're under the curses, but we're seeing our enemies. We're seeing the Most High Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai putting some of the curses on our enemies, starting with Esau, Edom. Verse 18, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, and the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. That's right. The fruit of thy body represents, children. All right, represents, the children. You know, our children are cursed. It says fruit of thy land, which we don't have land now, so that don't really apply to us now. But it says fruit of thy land, going into like the vegetation, whether it's, different crops, corn and grain, or, grapes, wheat, and whatnot. That don't really apply to America. Verse 19, curse shalt thou. Also, we're subject to payments too. We're subject to payments. All right, we pay bills. Barely making it. This is verse 19. Curse shalt thou be when thou comest in, and curse shalt thou be when thou goest out. That's right. Curse when thou comest in, right? Because when you're born into the world, you're cursed, especially now. Even back then, you had a lot of Israelites born into captivity. That's them being cursed as well. It says, curse when thou goest out, right? Because when you die, you're cursed. No inheritance coming from our forefathers and their fathers, it's cursed. We're cursed as a people. This is Baruch 4, verse 6. You were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because ye moved the Most High to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies. Right. And that's what Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua did. We were delivered to our enemies. So with that, all praises to Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua Bahasham Rachakodash. Shalom.